First 5 minutes of going onto that new pitch, a fight broke out, two red cards, 5 yellow cards, and I thought, wow, this is a great introduction into adult game. Hello, how are we?
Good. So, nice easy start. Tell us your name.
Maximus Court,
Okay, Max, tell us your age
22. Yeah,
and your current level.
I'm level 4. Yeah, level 4.
What does that mean, level 4?
So level 4, you're not a county referee now. You're part of obviously the FA refereeing. So you do step 6 and 5 in the middle, and then you can run a line for step 3 and 4. So yeah.
I think you're quite active on social media, sort of showcasing refereeing. What made you want to do that after you did the course?
For me, really, like I'm massive on TikTok. I think for me, it's just to highlight refereeing in a positive way. I think you see so much referee like controversy on TikTok, on Twitter, and everything like that. But there's no one really to promote refereeing in a positive light. So for me, I just found it as a way to outsource myself to shine that positive light onto some referees, and some of them, and most of them are under 18s that are a little bit struggling in the grassroots game. So getting loads of positive feedback from them. So yeah, it's decent.
I was going to say, have you had some referees reach out to you off the back of your social media as well?
Yeah, I have loads of referees private message me and stuff like that saying, I've got a difficult game coming up this weekend. Have you got any advice and stuff like that? So I think personally the refereeing community is, it's been the best that it's ever been really at the moment. Every referee in every RA is always out there to reach out to help people and stuff like that. So for me, I just found it like a bit of an online RA really. We're all part of the same game, so just having that little bit of communication helps massively when it comes to being that difficult spot in the game really. So yeah.
How long have you been a match official?
I've been a match official now for coming up to my 4th year. It's been a long time.
Why did you become a match official?
Yeah, so I became a match official just because I wanted to stay in football. I was falling out of football when it was playing and stuff. Being a goalkeeper, I was either picked or I wasn't picked, and I think I just went in a bit of a spell after COVID when my match fitness was a bit low, wasn't getting picked. So for me, it was just rebuilding that fitness back up as a referee, and it just turns out I loved it. I loved the respect that I was getting. I was getting more respect from being the man in the middle than I probably was from my teammates playing and stuff. So I think it was just really nice in that aspect side to gain that respect, and I think having 22 people at the end of the game to shake your hand was a much better feeling to me than winning, because at the end of the day, as a referee, you don't mind who wins, who loses. It doesn't impact you. All that you care about is making the decision right, and that to me was more proud.
Whistle or flag?
Me, my demeanour, I'm 6'3". I think I'll be a bit, a bit tall linesman if you had to call it, so it has to be a whistle. Yeah, whistle man.
And that transition from playing to officiating, how was that?
It was difficult to start off with. I think 22, I think I had a lot of years still left in me playing, so making that big decision to go to level 4 and really committing to Saturday league games like in the man in the middle to playing, I think it was really hard. I do miss it. I think if you're a referee and say that you have played and you'd say you don't miss it, I think it's a bit of an understatement. But for me, I think like I said, being the man in the middle, I was much more prouder of being the man in the middle, getting decisions right. And I think no matter what that game was, I can walk away and say I had a good game, even if one team won or one team didn't. See, when I was a player, I think I was gutted. Sometimes it used to ruin my weekend when we lost, and I think it was just really helpful for my mental health to become a match official, to be perfectly honest. So yeah.
And in the past 12 months, what would you pick out as your proudest achievement?
Proudest achievement, I'd say running a line for an FA Youth proper round. I think it was a good atmosphere. It was Bolmere versus Telford, and working with some good referees as well, I think always helps my development. The game itself was really active. I think there was 2 flares for an under-19s game, which was quite good. There was a really key match decision that was my side that I got myself involved in, and it was the right decision. So yeah, definitely one of my proudest moments this year so far. So yeah.
Looking forward, what's your big target for 2026?
I think for me, it's not so much getting promoted. I think it's very hard to get promoted in my first year as level 4. So for me, I think it's just kind of developing myself as a referee, understanding my style when it comes to refereeing like step 6 and step 5 games, and working with other match officials that are higher up in the level and just learning bits and bobs of them to really understand the game a lot more. And yeah, just that development, that year of development, I think would be massively under my belt to help me.
What's your best refereeing story?
Oh, I was 18. I think it was my first ever adult game, Sunday League, and 35 minutes went into the game, and a player dislocated their hip in the middle of the park. I thought, no, this game's going to be dragging on for so long. Turns out another pitch was available because, funny enough, the time that we was waiting, the other teams finished their game. So I said to the lads, I went, let's jump onto that game, let's get that all finished. First 5 minutes of going onto that new pitch, a fight broke out, two red cards, 5 yellow cards, and I thought, wow, this is a great introduction into adult games. So yeah, it was a bit of a scary one, but definitely learnt a lot from that, and definitely my best footballing story. So yeah.
Things got easier from there?
Yes, 100%.
On your journey so far, is there anyone who went that extra mile to help you?
For me, there's so many people. I could list so many people, but I think there's 2 individuals really that helped me out the most. I'd say Kieran Forrest, the RDO at Birmingham, always being able to contact him no matter what, if that's the laws of the game in question, if that's just a scenario, if that's happened. And then I'll also say Luke Bowles as well, kind of a person or a mentor that I looked up to within my local area. I mean, I've seen when I was playing, he was refereeing me at that point and stuff. So it was always quite nice to keep in touch with him in that aspect side. So I think it's just the people that go above and beyond. And I think I could say my family, it could be a bit of a cliche answer, but all of them are really understanding when it comes to, that commitment to refereeing, and that takes away my personal life a little bit, but they understand, and sometimes I can come back from a game a bit deflated and they can lift me up as well. So all them people that there's so many more as well. So yeah.
Appreciate only 4 years ago, if you could go back in time, what piece of advice would you give yourself when you decided to book onto that course?
I'll just say, really, that make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. I think there's so many people out there that see refereeing as a bit of a side hustle that pays quite well, but if you're going into it just for that, I think that's when it stops you from being the better referee that you can be. I went in there just to stay into football, to be perfectly honest with you. I knew my playing career didn't know where it was going to be, so that was a bit of a really good plan B really to come into it. So I think for me, it's just make sure that you're going into it with that right mentality, that you want to be in football for the right reasons, not just for the cash and stuff. So yeah, that's what I tell any 14 to 18-year-old to do, like myself. So yeah.